name is Dr. Samashfaq and today I am going to discuss about the pathology of benign prostatic hyperplasia or BPH. So in this lecture I am going to discuss about the definition, risk factors, pathogenesis, clinical features, complication, morphological picture, diagnosis and treatment of benign prostatic hyperplasia. So a complete lecture about the location of prostate gland, what are various zones of prostate glands and morphological picture of prostate gland is available on my channel. Go and watch that lecture for a better understanding of this BPH. तो यहाँ पे थोड़ी सी डिस्कशन कर लेते हैं कि प्रोस्टेट ग्लैंड जो है इट इज लोकेटेड अंडर द ब्लैडर इन फ्रंट ऑफ rectum. The zones of prostate gland are peripheral zone, central zone which surrounds the ejaculatory duct, and the transitional zone which surrounds the urethra. And if we discuss the morphology of prostate gland, it consists of glandular component, glandular component and the stromal component. Glandular component comprises of this outer basal layer, cuboidal cells, and inner luminal layer called made up of columnar cells, and which sits and the gland sit over the basal membrane. And the stromal portion consists of muscular smooth muscles and fibrous tissue. So this is a fibromuscular stroma. So what is benign prostatic hyperplasia? तो अगर आप इसकी definition देखें, it is a benign growth, it does not become malignant and it does not invade the surrounding tissue. It arises from the prostatic gland and stroma. It involves the prostatic gland and stroma, and by hyperplasia we mean the increase in number of cells. So it is a benign growth of prostate gland due to increase in the number of cells. So what are the various risk factors of benign prostatic hyperplasia? The one and the most important risk factor which is associated with benign prostatic hyperplasia is the increase in age. So as the age increases, after about 30 to 40 years, there is an increase in the activity of 5-alpha reductase enzyme. And we know that 5-alpha reductase enzyme is an enzyme which is responsible for conversion of testosterone to dihydrotestosterone. And dihydrotestosterone is many times potent and more active as compared to testosterone, about 10 times more potent than testosterone. So the most important risk factor associated with the benign prostatic hyperplasia is the age. With advanced age, there is increased activity of 5-alpha reductase. Therefore, there is an increase in the level of dihydrotestosterone, and it is the main culprit of benign prostatic hyperplasia. So, what is the pathogenesis of benign prostatic hyperplasia? The testosterone that is synthesized in our body is taken up by the prostate gland. Okay, and the prostate gland has an enzyme called 5-alpha reductase. 5-alpha reductase converts testosterone into dihydrotestosterone. And I already mentioned that dihydrotestosterone is many times more potent than testosterone. It binds with the intracellular receptors. इसके receptors जो हैं वो within the cells present होंगे. It binds with the intracellular receptors. अब intracellular receptor से bind करने के बाद ये क्या करेगा? Number 1, it stimulates the release of various growth factors that act on the fibromuscular stroma, detect on fibromuscular stroma of the prostate gland and increases the proliferation. So the growth factors increases the proliferation of fibromuscular stroma. Secondly, it inhibits the apoptosis. Therefore, there is a decrease in the turnover of glandular cells. ठीक है, तो it increases the proliferation of this fibromuscular stroma and it decreases the turnover or apoptosis of the glandular cells. Together, they leads to the formation of hyperplastic nodules. Together, they leads to the formation of hyperplastic nodules, and hyperplastic nodules are formed in this zone. This is the transitional zone. Hyperplastic nodules are formed in this transitional zone, and when the hyperplastic nodules are formed in this transitional zone, it causes the compression of this urethra, and when the urethra is compressed, it causes urine outflow obstruction. So fibromuscular proliferation and this decrease in the turnover of glandular cell leads to the formation of hyperplastic nodules, which causes the compression and obstruction of urethra in the transitional zone. So this is the pathogenesis of benign prostatic hyperplasia, and the main culprit is the dihydrotestosterone. So now we will continue with the clinical features associated with the BPH. So the clinical features mainly depend upon, so I mentioned here, the clinical features depend upon the urinary outflow obstruction. Urine outflow obstruction. इसको हम कैसे याद कर सकते हैं? So this is frequency due to complete voidness या incomplete voidness or incomplete urination. There is a frequent micturition reflex. Urgency, nocturia, straining during the urination, or as stream of urine, a thick stream of urine. Hesitancy, difficulty in the initiation of urination, intermittent urine outflow. Patient will complain about कि मुझे रुक रुक के पेशाब आता है, and pain during urination, which is and there is also pain during urination. So the symptoms appear due to urine outflow obstruction that are frequency, urgency, nocturia, straining during urination, and thin stream of the urine. Hesitancy, which is a difficult in initiation of urination, intermittent urine flow, and pain during urination.